Hey students, this is Mr. Roberts back again with another lesson. Today we are going to be doing 5.6b. We're still playing with these percent problems and we're going to be doing proportions. Now, just to kind of go over what we are using as our strategy here, we are using the proportion strategy to do these problems. So again, we are using line equals line over 100. The percent goes here if it gives it to you. This is or of, and we can also call that the part and the whole. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. If you think that you can just skip and not write down and show us your strategy as you're doing these, it's not going to work out too well for you. You need to show us your strategy as you're working these problems out so we can see where you're making mistakes if you're making mistakes. So make sure that you're very, very familiar with this whole strategy right here. All right, let's take a look at your bell work. Okay, here is your bell work. It's a little different than usual. You won't find this in your journal. So what we're going to do is we're going to do these 4 percentage problems. I would like you to go into your journal in the bell work section and go to the very end. That would be page, let's see here. I'm having a hard time seeing what page. It's like, it's just blank pages right before the number system. So still in the gold colored pages. So let's go through these 4 problems and make sure that you're very confident in yourself and your ability to do these types of problems. So we're going to take a look at number 1 here, and you need to write this down in your journal. So we're going to go line equals line over 100, and it says what is 45% of 200? So we have 45 that goes above the 100, and then of 200, so this is the is, this is the of, so we have 200 here. And x goes where the is because that's what we're looking for. Now, we are going to use cross multiply. So we're going to go 200 times 45. And we get 9,000. And then we're going to divide by 100. Now, a shortcut, you can use your calculator for that. Or you can go, well, you know what? 100 has 2 zeros. 9,000 has 3. So I'm going to cross off 2 of them because that's what's there. And we're left with 90 over 1, which is 90. So 90 is 45% of 200. Okay. So I'm going to erase that now. Make sure you have that in your journal. I would like you to do number 2 on your own. So I'm going to write it down. And well, actually, I want you to decide how to set that up. Write it down in your journal. So hit pause and solve this problem. Number 2. This one right here. All right, so you should have got 35 as your answer. All right, I want you to now do number 3 and number 4 on your own in your journal. When you're done, hit play again. All right, for number 3, you should have got 4.1. And for number 4, you should have got 7 5/10 or 7.5. So there you go. There's your bell work for today. Let's move on to the paper you picked up as you walked into class today. Okay, so we are looking at this paper right here. And I am going to go over 4 problems on this paper because there isn't a practice. The practice is going to be something else like that you're going to do as a group today. So you're going to do that activity as a group and then you're going to do these problems. But I want you to just see a good review of some of these problems. So let's do number 2. So again, it says percent. So I'm going to automatically start out with line equals line over 100. And it says 7 is, so I know that that's is over of. So 7 is goes here. What percent of 34? It gives us the of 34, and we're looking for the percent. So now I'm going to go 7 times 100, which is 700. 34x, or just divide by 34 in this case. So we're going to go 700 divided by 34. Whoops. I did times. Whoops. So 700 divided by 34. And we get, it's kind of a messy number, but we're going to round it to the nearest hundredth. So if we do that, we're going to get 205 and 59 hundredths. And there is your answer. Okay, so there's number 2. Let's skip on down to number 4 now. Number 4, we're going to do the same thing. Line equals line over 100. I'm going to put is here, of here. Another thing I like to point out, I've pointed out before, that this means part and this is the whole amount. So sometimes those is and ofs are not really easy to see what's going on. And so you always want to be thinking part, which is the part, which is the whole. So 92%, we got the percent, 92. Of what number is 69? So it gives us 69 here, and we don't know this. So pull out that trusty calculator, 69 times 100, and we get 6,900, and we are going to be dividing it by 92. And when we do that, we get 75. So 75 is our answer for number 2, or number 4. Let's go on down to number 8 now. Number 8 says the regular price of a computer is $980, but it is on sale for $750. The sale price is what percent of the regular price? Okay, now these word problems, this is where the is and the of is kind of hard to see sometimes. So what I want to do here is I'm still going to start out, because it says percent, so we're going to start out with line equals line over 100. Now, let's use some reading comprehension skills. It says the regular price of a computer is $980. So is that the part price or the whole price before the discount and stuff? Well, it's the whole amount. So the whole amount is $980. The discounted price is the $750 because it's on sale. So it's the part price. So we go $750 here. And now it says what percent. So that's our big clue, is that we don't have the percent. So that's what we are looking for. Now we're going to just do what we've always done with this strategy. 750 times 100, and we get 75,000. And we are going to now divide by 980. So let's do that. Divide by 980. And we get a kind of an ugly answer again. It's these weird decimals, but we're going to round to the nearest hundredth. So we have 76 and 5306 on our calculator, but nothing happens. The 0 tells the 3 to stay the same. So 53 hundredths. That is a percent, so we have to put percent at the end. So 76 and a little more than half percent. So there you go on that one. Let's do one more to kind of end the lesson for today. I am going to erase this so I have some room. So give me a moment to erase. I know I could have paused it so it doesn't take time up, but anyway, there we go. It's all gone. We are now going to look at number 11. Number 11 says Safeside Banks pays an interest rate of 8% a year. How much money must be put into account to earn 60 in 1 year? Okay, so line equals line over 100. I'm going to put a P here and a W here for part and whole. I find it more helpful to think part whole on story problems than is of, because they're not there all the time. So if I can just start thinking part, what's the part price, what's the part, and what's the whole, that helps me out. So it looks like it gives us the percent of 8. Now we have to just decide, is that 60 part or whole? Because it's saying how much money must be put into an account. Well, that sounds like the whole amount to me. So how much money, the whole amount of money needs to be put into an account to get $60? And so the 60 is the part. We're looking for the whole amount to get 60, because 60 is the part. So 60 times 100 is 6,000. And then we're going to divide by 8. So 6,000. Oops, one too many zeros. 6,000 divided by 8. And we get 750. So let's think about that in terms of what it's saying and go back into the problem. So if I have an account that's paying 8% and I want to get $60 in 1 year, I have to put $750 into that account for that to happen. So you can kind of see investing money. Percentages kind of help us to kind of figure out what we need to do to get to where we want to be. So with that in mind, and with all of the other things we've learned up to this point, you should be able to do the other problems that are on this assignment. So good luck, you guys, and until next time, have a great day.